What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-High Radio. Shout in as always. I got my podcast partner up in this thing. OG Gangsta Wicked, a.k.a. Big Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
I'm in the building, man. It's raining today, though, so, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go out and get my 5-mile run on. I run 5 miles a day, big guy.
Every day, man.
Yeah, because I got one last ass whooping in me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to work.
You got to stay in
I got to stay in shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because I have to grab one of these young ones.
Oh.
You know, because they getting fly out here.
They getting fly them out.
Yeah, so I have to stay in shape, but they ain't going to be able to work out, man.
Okay, well, damn. Well, now just do a bunch of sit-ups. Do the Rocky situation. Go ahead, go in there, just work it all the way out. But you know what, Wick? It's crazy out here in these streets. In trending news, Boosie Badass, he accepted a plea deal years after thinking that gun case was over. And basically, from what I'm hearing, they're saying that Boosie, he tweeted, just accepted a plea from the federal government on my gun case. I thought this case was over and I was going to get on with my life. But God don't make mistakes, and I'm tired of fighting. Talk to my family, and this is the right decision. To all my fans across the world, say a prayer for your boy and go and get the new album. Words of a real one. And that's where Boosie's at with it right now. So I don't know exactly, what the plea contains, or if he might have to do some time or, some probation. I don't know what's going on, but obviously it doesn't seem like it's a great situation.
Right.
And hopefully, he can get some clarity in it and, it'll end up on the up and up. I mean, where you at with it when you saw that tweet?
Well, him taking a plea, that's telling. So that means they were trying to give him, a substantial amount of time in jail, because you ain't gonna take a plea.
Yeah.
If you think that you can go to trial and you ain't facing a long time if you lose. So we do know that they weren't playing. Plus, they don't play about those guns. I had a gun charge before. That was that was my biggest thing trying to beat, and I wasn't even in possession of the gun. A lot of times they'll try to charge you state and federal for those guns. You know what I'm saying? So that gun charge is a bail, especially when you're a convicted felon. So I see why he didn't want to probably go to trial on it. He probably said, you know what? Let me take a plea, hopefully I can get most of this on paper. Hopefully that's what it is. But I want to say too, man, the guys like Boosie, that obviously he isn't broke. Every time you see him, they got 30 niggas around them. What are those niggas around for? I never understood why you rolling with 20 and 30 guys and bulletproof vans and trucks and all kind of stuff, and you still get caught up in these type of situations. I get it. Maybe you wanna flash the iron or something, but at a certain point, man, as black men with money, I'm gonna have if you're gonna be around me, you best believe you're gonna be the one toting the pistol. Yeah. Or I'm gonna have security around me, they're toting the pistol. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get caught red-handed with no gun on me. Even if you pulled me over and I'm riding with you, be high, and so-and-so and so-and-so, and there is a gun in the car. Somebody's gonna be in that car. Well, all y'all gonna be in the car are gonna be licensed. You understand what I'm saying? So I will surround myself with people that can take that gun charge, that are legit to carry, and especially down here in Georgia, where it's an open state. And I don't know if was it Georgia?
I think it was in San Diego.
It was in San Diego. It sure was. So I don't know about their laws there, but here in Georgia, this is an open carry state. So unless you just riding by yourself and you're a convicted felon and put yourself in a position to get bammed up like that, you should be good, bruh. You got that much, you got that amount of money and the resources to be able not to get caught up in these type of situations. Another thing too is, I'm not really going places where I feel the need that I have to be clutching, at my age.
Yeah, that's my number one rule.
The number one rule. Where if I feel like I have to be clutching that hard. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither one of us are Boosie. He works a lot lot more than us. He's doing a lot more concerts.
And he got to go pick up the bag.
He got to go pick the bag up, and I'm sure that his audience is a lot of pimps and players and gang members and different things like this, but there are other guys out there doing the same thing, doing the same type of shows. I mean, you're not bigger than Kendrick Lamar. You're not bigger than this person, Drake. You're not bigger than this person, that person. So my thing is, bro, I want to open up a school. I think this is needed. I got a HVAC license just in case it didn't work out with you. That I could have went in, and fix some air conditioners around here.
Some carpentry. So I mean, do we need to start flipping houses?
Yeah, we do, because I got my license.
I was at Atlanta Metro too now.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm a universal technician. Yeah. Well, I stopped working there because
I'm a carpenter.
They start. Some of my clients found out I was wicked from Ghetto Mafia fixing their AC, so I started having to perform on top of.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm in there fixing your thermostat, and
exactly.
they like, you think you can do straight from the deck for me before you got there? But no, for real, I need to open up a school, because I think that a lot of these young G's out here need a refresher course in life. They need a refresher course. I feel like the game changes out here. It stays the same, but it changes. The rules changes. We need to know. Somehow our young niggas need to know when the laws have changed. Yeah. Where you at? What that law applies for in that state. Hey, you can't do that. What you can do in Georgia, you can't do that in San Diego. Yeah. Hey, when you walk over, you can't do this. Or what you can do in the United States, over in China, or over in Japan. You know what I'm saying? We need to know these things when we move, how we move, and I think a lot of people just don't really know. Yeah. You don't really understand a lot of these laws and stuff, and they wind up getting themselves, caught up in these type of situations. Yeah. But the OGs, man, all y'all OGs out there, we need to start getting a refresher course to these young folks so they understand what they're doing and how to move when they're out here in these streets. And I don't think a lot of them really know. We think they know, behind. Yeah. But I don't think they really be knowing the laws and stuff out here till they get banned. This is what I try to tell my son. What are the chances of you getting shot again versus you getting caught with the gun at a convicted felon and going to prison? Which one? What are your more chances? When you go out Saturday night, and you got 80 guys around you, and they all got sticks, and you got security, and you're in a bulletproof in bulletproof vehicles. What are the chances if you get shot under all that right there? Sometimes it was your time. Yeah. But what's more likely to happen? Me getting shot between all these niggas that I'm with them with guns, with us in this bulletproof stuff, with me with a vest on, or me getting caught with this pistol as a convicted felon, and then I have to go and do fed time. What's more likely to happen? Yeah. That's what I say, refresher course. Yeah. That's what I would say to Boosie if I'm sitting there in his ear. I get it. Yeah. I get it. So when he's scrapping up and all this, when he get ready to go, I say, let me put two things in your ear, Boosie. This is what I'm telling you before you walk out. He's a man. He can do what he want to do. That's right. Hey, you can go out and you may do get hit. You may go somewhere, go to a spot, and Lord forbid you get shot out of everybody. Or you can get pulled over because they watching you, they hating on you. Pull you over, search this car, and find the drugs and the goddamn gun in the car. What you think is more likely gonna happen Saturday night? This is probably 80%. This is probably 20%. This is probably 90%. This is probably 10%. If I get caught on the 10% right there, hey. And I have learned to do that. I don't, nobody used to clutch more than me behind. I slept with 3 guns for years. There are females out right now that think I'm crazy. You have heard the stories when me and you out. So, I'm not going to regurgitate them, but you have heard when they be like, this nigga wicked. This is not the same guy. So I didn't go anywhere without clutching until I got bammed a couple of times on gun charges. And then I started this, like my mom would say, hey, if you need to be clutching, like, you know, then get you some security. What are them the niggas around you for?
Yeah.
You know, you give them money, they driving your cars and stuff, they need to be clutching. You get in, do the show, and get out the back door. If you was to get hit in the midst of all that right there, you know, you coming and going and you're handling your business with your vest on and you got and the motorcade with you, and you still get. I mean, the president can get hit. We saw with JFK. You understand what I'm saying?
Trump.
So anybody can get hit. I'm not saying they can't, but what's more likely to happen? You getting hit, or them folks hitting you and bamming you up on a gun charge as a convicted felon. So that's all I'm saying.